Of course, I do have a lot of brands which are close to the heart, and I enjoyed virtually selling every brand but this is more about my work as a medical representative, my work as the brand which I was a brand manager, or rather a part of the marketing team, was Lantus. Lantus is definitely a close brand to my heart. That's one phenomenally good experience that I have gained with that brand. But coming to the brands which are close, or rather molecules which are close to me, are possibly the aspirin and even Analgin for that matter. These are the two brands possibly which are 100 years plus old in a market where the brand's usual life is only um, about 10, 15 years. I mean, these are the two brands which have survived through that, and for about 100 years. And you find that aspirin still, you would find newer and newer indications. I mean, it's still going so great, and must have saved millions of lives. And same with Analgin, though there were, of course, few studies, and in some countries it is banned, but still it's one of the uh, wonderful drug which survived through 100 years, and still is safe. And of course, there were studies where nobody could defend those studies, because that's not a that was not a molecule in to be defended at that point of time. It's a very, very old molecule, but one of the safest possibly. I may not be able to rattle that evidence at this point of time, but one of the drugs which lived for 100 years is due. And of course, insulin is one which is also about 100 years. So these are the ones which are favorite. I'm fortunate that I was a medical representative selling a couple of these brands. Aspirin, of course, I did not have a chance. That's from Bayer, but even in the recent times, I never had the chance of selling that molecule. But I think aspirin and Analgin and possibly the insulin are the molecules which are quite close to my heart. And when it comes to the drugs, Lantus, obviously, because that was my first brand, and all the diabetes brands, starting from Arimidex and I mean, Cardace were there. When people say, Mahesh, you are more of completely a Sanofi guy, though we have worked on others. When it comes to, then I realized that, when I moved to organizations like Merck and Cipla and Boehringer, I have seen large number of brands which had their, reach to a larger audience. Let's say in Eurobion, in Merck, Sereno. The kind of so many patients do use it. It's all about. Then I realized one thing which had come to me, and it's not always about the brand turnover and size that you should be happy about. It's all about how many patients are getting treated with your brands and how many lives it is actually impacting positively. Not that every drug might be a life-saving drug, but how many, that it's making the lives slightly better. Every time I remember the Patch Adams film by Robin Williams, where he says it's not about changing a couple of things. It's all about how do you improve the quality of life